I am an African. Africa is my business. Welcome again to another episode of 10 Things. 10 Things That Run Africa. I'm an African by African, and I'll discuss everything pertaining Africa. So today on this episode of 10 Things, we are going to talk about the women presidents that have been there in the in this great continent. The inclusion and representation and participation of women in the national politics that has increased over the years, unlike other centuries back then when women were not allowed to run political offices. And As we have seen, recently women have been coming into politics and have been doing well since our independence, because most of the countries in Africa were colonized and gained their independence in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, and men have been the one who have been carrying this. But on this episode, we're going to talk about the few women who managed to come out of that cocoon and they ran for bigger seats. And we're going to discuss at number seven. At number seven, and you will excuse me because these names are really hard. But you're going to get them. I'll just explain them slowly, and if I don't get the correct names, please, I stand a need to be corrected. So, because the names are very hard. So at number seven is Amena Gurib Fakim. Amena Gurib Fakim, the president of Mauritius. She was there in the seat from 2015 to 2018. She served as a president. She is the first woman to be elected as a president of the country and is the third woman to have served as the head of state, following Queen Elizabeth II and Monique Hossan Belapiu. She opened her own science center known as CIDP Research and Innovation, where she is the managing director. That is at number seven. Number six is Catherine Samba, acting president since 2014 to 2016 of the Central African Republic. She's a lawyer who has served as the acting president from 2014 to 2016 after President Michel de Totia Dodia resignation. Prior to becoming the president, she was the mayor of Bangui. She was the first female head of state in the Central African Republic and the 8th female head of state in Africa. That is Catherine Samba. At number 5 is Agnes Monique Honsson. Belapiu, acting president of Mauritius. That was she ran from July 2012 to May 2015. She was also the vice president of Mauritius from 2010 to 2016. She was acting president of Mauritius from 31st March 2012 to 21st July 2012, when Sir Anerod Jagnath resigned. She was also again acting president from 29th of May 2015 to 5th June 2015, when Kailash Priyang resigned. Wow, that is Agnes Monica. You can read more on this and their stories. But for their names, I still have a problem with their names. On to number that was number 5, and to number 4. Number 4 is Joyce Hilda Banda. She served as the president of Malawi from 2012 to 2014. She took office as a president following the sudden death of President Bingu wa Mutharika. She was the first female president, first female vice president, and second head of state of Malawi before becoming the president of Malawi. She served as the member of parliament, minister of gender and child welfare, as a foreign minister. In 2014, Forbes named her as the 40th powerful woman in the world and the most powerful woman in Africa. Wow, that is Joyce Hilda Banda. On to number 3. Number 3 is Rose Francine Rogombe. Rogombe, acting president. She served as the acting president of Gabon since June 2009 to October 2009 after the death of President Omar Bongo. She was the first female head of state of Gabon. She also served as a secretary of the State of Advancement of Women and Human Rights during the 1980s. That is number 3. On to number 2. Number 2 is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was elected president of Liberia in 2006. She was the African first elected female of state, head of state. She served as the president from 2006 to 2018 after winning the 2005 and 2011 presidential election. During her time as a president, she worked to promote women's rights and full participation in democratic processes, peace and reconciliation, social and economic development. She is internationally known as the African Iron Lady. She and the 3 other women were awarded Nobel Peace Prize in 2011 for their efforts in promoting women's rights. That is number 2. Number one is Sylvie Kiningi, acting president. Sylvie Kiningi, acting president of Burundi. Sylvie Kiningi became the first female acting president in Burundi and the first female president in Africa. She became the acting president of Burundi on October 27, 1993, after the assassination of President Melchior Ndadaye. She also served as the Prime Minister of Burundi, the first and the only lady to hold the position in the country. After her time as a president, she worked with the United Nations Development Program and has been an advocate for peace and democracy across the continent of Africa. Those are the few women who have conquered and have served as political on the political seats in Africa, and there are a few. And actually, in Africa, it's the hardest. It's very hard for a woman to rule any country. But the few who have taken that position have done it and have done it well. So thank you and congratulations to all of them. And those are our top seven women who have served as presidents in Africa. See you on the next episode. Bye.